Okay, you guys, what is up? The king of landing is here today, Toriko. Toriko, chapter 266 review. This one is very simple. Oh, well, actually, I don't know. You know, it is simple. Okay, it is. But the concept of this restroom, it throws me off because I don't know what it is. Is it like... It's like an air... It's like an air that exists... and it like protects a certain environment from the surrounding air. Like, it's very strange because it appears as if like it's a pocket dimension or like a pocket universe, but it's not. It's like an area where it's some kind of zone. Like, I don't understand the concept, the foundation of the restroom. I understand what it is, in the sense that it's basically a place that is... It is a place that is located in a certain environment, wherein which animals and creatures that reside within this environment they can't see it. They can't interact with it unless they find a certain hole or a certain key to fit into. But the problem here is that in the gourmet world, because the gourmet world itself is always changing, always evolving, these restrooms can be destroyed. But in the human world, it's not the case. And they can stay there for a long period of time without anyone ever noticing them. So when Zebra and Coco and Sunny were going about the first biotype, they couldn't find it because the restroom was... It was a part of the biotype itself. It's a very strange concept. A concept that I can't really like wrap my head around at this point in time. I'm trying to, but I just can't do it right now. Like, if you guys understand it, because I'm pretty sure that a lot of you guys actually understand this restroom concept better than I do, then fill me in the comment section or PM. Because I need to understand what the fuck this thing is. It's like a zone within a zone that is a part of the main zone. But I don't understand why that is. Is it like a pocket of air? Is it like... I mean, Toriko, he described it as like its own separate universe. And I'm like, it's not. Obviously. So, for now, I'm going to say that it's a zone within a zone that is a part of the main zone. And is... created or formed by like a pocket of air. But I just don't understand why in which like they're invisible. I don't understand why in which like creatures can't see them. And like, is it something to do with like the geomagnetism of the planet at that particular point in time? Like, I don't know. I don't know. So I'm trying to wrap my head around it, but I can't at this point in time. Let me know in the comment section below. But the main thing is that they found the last treasure chest that actually held Ichiryu's final full course, which means that once they gather all of them together, they're going to be able to actually get or attain the infinite ingredient. It may need some cooking, and in comes Komatsu, and he's gonna, you know, wind up being the guy to do it. Now, at first, I believe that it was going to be someone else other than Komatsu, like someone like Setsuno or Tengu, because Komatsu was captured. But now, well, it's looking like Komatsu, since, you know, we skipped over, the experiences that Komatsu and Toriko had in the gourmet world, we're going to now see Komatsu cook this, probably him, cook the ingredients for Ichiryu's full course. Now, other than that, other than the whole concept of the restroom and the finding of the ingredient, I want to point out a few small things and I'm done. First of all, the marriage proposal and how Toriko's like, yeah, alright, fine. And I'm like, wait, what? Whoa, what? Dude. I mean, what caught me off guard was that A, he accepted. Like, he was like, yeah, sure, no problem. And she had to say, you know, like, I'm a woman and I don't have that much time. And then she paused. She's like, wait a second, hold on. let's rewind that. And I need you to repeat that for me one time. And he says, she says, will you marry me? He's like, okay. And it was that simple. But number one is the fact that he accepted. Number two is the fact that it's so reminiscent of Dragon Ball, of Goku and Chi-Chi, where it was that easy too. It was that easy. Like, yeah, alright, fine, sure. And I'm like, oh. So it caught me off guard. So, oh no, well, in Dragon Ball, it was a little more complicated, but overall, it wasn't overly complicated. And in this Toriko, it was just like one question, like, will you marry me? The answer is yes, end of story. So, the drawer share. Who's gay? Who's gay now? What? What? Huh? ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa? Exactly. Right, yeah. Alright? Now, Rin and Toriko, they're set for marriage. Alright, I mean, despite Sunny's, objections, it's happening, it's on. And the funny thing was that Sunny, I mean, he did kind of point that, like, wait, what about you, Komatsu? He's like, what about? Like, wait, that has nothing to do with anything. And he's like, yeah, but you're partners, but it's like, yeah, but that has nothing to do with anything. Like, and it was because I was like, yeah. So Sunny was implying homosexual lewd acts, but Toriko and Komatsu were like, no, bro, we're a combo. He hunts, I cook. That's what we do. The drawer share. That's what they do. And finally, Toriko, Rin, they're on. Alright, fine. So that was cool. Mansum, he is trying to say, hey, I'm the president. No. They're going to call him chief no matter what. I mean, even though Rin is the chief, no. I'm surprised by that too, because Rin, she took over as chief. She took Mansum's spot, which would imply that she actually got, like, a lot more powerful combat-wise, which, we'll see. But regardless, nonetheless, I mean, yo, good for her, good for him. And that was to be expected. Because Jiro, Jiro ain't taking Ichiru's spot. Jiro's just gonna coast the gourmet world looking for booze and shit, like, shopping. Yeah. And then sometimes, on occasion, grand knockings, and then stop the planet. I don't know. That's just the way he rolls. You got a problem with that? Fuck you. He gives you a giant middle finger. Matter of fact, if you're right there next to him, and you say, yo, Jiro, fuck you, he's gonna finger flick your head off. That's the way it rolls. You got a problem with that? Again, giant one. Now, Toriko. Clearly, his sense of smell has just superseded any expectations that I had. I never thought that he'd be able to smell into the past. Like, whoa. Like, he knew the exact creatures that walked on the very spot that he was sniffing. I mean, yeah, he knew the very creatures, including his, Ichiru, who walked in the same spot, and he was able to actually locate the area, the restroom, via that method. Clearly, not only has he grown in strength, but his perception of all things around him via his sense of smell. So Toriko's sense of smell is one of the greatest abilities when it comes to nose that I've ever seen in anime manga. I'm not joking. He can smell into the past. I doubt that there are any manga, or I would say there are very few manga, where guys can smell into the past. Like, not like simple days or weeks, like, we're talking about like years, decades even probably, and that's crazy, that's nuts. And in that image of all the creatures that we see who walk in that spot, lo and behold, there's a creature in front of Ichiru that resembles Nitro. And that Nitro, it seems to be just chilling in a rocking chair in this safe haven restroom in the first bio time. So it looks like a Nitro with like a bald head. So I don't know what's going on there. Maybe Ichiru had some Nitro that he was buddies with, and he said, when Toriko and the others come here, make sure to give him like the chest, or maybe it's even like like a rite of passage where they have to fight this Nitro in order to actually attain the ingredient. Who knows? We'll see. But I'm going to assume that he was just waiting there for Toriko and the others, and he wants to say a few words before Toriko and the others before they take the chest. That's my thoughts. But overall, they are going to complete they're making progress in the story nonetheless. And it was cool seeing a few things here with Toriko and his powers. The marriage and the acceptance of Toriko and Rin, that's on. So, you know, that'll be interesting to see. Now we know that, you know, Sunny's gonna have a new baby brother. His name is Toriko. He's the glutton. Yeah, he's the glutton of the Fire of the Kings. Yeah. So that's gonna be funny. He said it was gross. I'm like, yeah, well, you know, it is what it is. You got a problem with that? Well, life sucks sometimes. I didn't know for sure. And I'm done. So before I go, you guys, I just want to say one last thing and then I'm outie. Basically, what I'm doing right now, on Patreon.com, you guys can look down in the description box down below. What it is very simple. It's basically if you support me, I support you shtick. Wherein which, if you become a patron of mine, and you have a minimum of $3 a month, and you become a patron of mine, you are eligible to win prizes. Now, the first prize that I have in mind is a PlayStation 4. So, you have the chance to win a PS4 if you become a patron of me. And what I plan on doing is, hopefully, I want to do multiple PS4s. That's my goal, to have multiple PS4s so people can, you know, so probably have 2 winners, be chosen lottery style. And if we can make this work, the more funds that go into it, the more prizes that there are. So we can have like a 3rd place, 4th place, 5th place, something like that. That'd be really nice to see. And then the prize will change, PlayStation 4, you know, manga volumes, anime Blu-rays, and of like Tengen Toppa that are like $300, something like that. So that's my plan. We're gonna see how it works out. But if you're interested, if you're intrigued, that's gonna be in the description box down below. So I am done. I will see you guys later. This is King of Lightning. Once again, be sure to, of course, rate the video, comment, and subscribe as always. Toriko. I mean, even though we're in Human World, I'm now back in the rhythm, right? And that's one thing I must point out. I'm back in the rhythm. I'm back in the groove. I'm back in the flow of Toriko. So if you were upset like I was about the initial start of the second half of the series, I understand. But now it's subsided. Now it's gone. Now it's completely gone. And I'm just waiting to see what occurs next, alright? I mean, that's what it's always been. I hate something, and I hate it for a short period of time, because they're always gonna do something to wind up negating my first preconceived notions. So I'll leave it at that. So rating for the chapter overall, I did like the fact that, like, I think I'm gonna give it a good, only because of the fact that the whole marriage thing, that to me caught me off guard. That was a left field right there. So yeah, good. It's a good chapter, Toriko, and I'm signing out. Rate the video, comment, subscribe. Peace. Have a nice day. Sekai wo. Sekai wo. Sarani nosete. Yeah, and now we're officially back in the groove of Toriko.